Hi, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are based around Australia or the world. Welcome to this conversation with the Morning Tea Marketing Missus, where we offer valuable tips to help small business owners and sole traders improve their online presence and communicate more effectively to reach a larger audience. If you've been watching these videos, you will know the host, but I'm going to introduce them again. We have Narelle Gaddy. Narelle is an accredited accessibility auditor. That's the word. The we have, I'm looking here, Kate Smith. Hi, Kate. Kate is a graphic designer for service and experience-based businesses. Jan Roach's business is BizConnect Web Design, and they're really experts in helping small business connect with their customers online. And I am Janine Vosper, and what I do is I help women, particularly in leadership and business ownership roles, to remove limiting beliefs and stand as an authority in their field of expertise. So today, this month, we've been talking about celebration, and today we've got Narelle is going to be talking about celebration within the world of accessibility.
Hello, everyone, and thanks, Janine. It's interesting because I'm blind. I use accessibility, assistive technology tools to read the internet and everything else. And I shocked my guide dog this week because I was asked to audit a website. Yep, go in, started auditing the website, and I got really excited because I think we've talked in the past about you've got 3 to 5 seconds to grab that person's attention. They had it. I could access this website. I could tab through. I could read it. Well, I could hear it. Everything was spot on. So I turned on the music really loud and started dancing. I was celebrating. I was so excited to find something where it was effortless to read. It was easy to understand, easy to navigate. It was seriously exciting. Then I found an error and I thought, okay, stop dancing, settle down, guide dog. So, made her lie down again and said, okay, turn the music down a bit and went through and thought, oh, that's not much of an error. So, yay, I was really into it. I had the best time. And what I want people to understand is just for a person with any type of disability, and it doesn't matter whether like mine's a vision impairment or hearing impairment or even, people that wear glasses, the joy you get when you don't have to ask someone else to read it for you. You don't, if you've got a cognitive impairment, you don't want to have to say to someone, what does that mean? We're talking about people that they're not silly people. They have a reason for why they can't do it. It's even down to, someone that suddenly has carpal tunnel syndrome and so they can't use the mouse and they're really reliant on keyboard. And just the excitement of being able to do it yourself, to be independent, it's a celebration. And it might sound silly. My guide dog's very used to me. I think she rolled her eyes at one part of the stage and sort of ran to the balcony saying, oh, here we go again. It's AC/DC and we're having a good time. But the point is, the mental boost you get from being able to do it yourself, and everyone's been in that situation where you learn a new tool, you go and do something different, the joy you feel, the celebration that you have because you've mastered that technique or you've mastered a new tool or something that you thought, oh, and everyone said, oh, this is going to be so hard to do. Oh, I'll just keep putting it off, put it off, put it off. And then you do it and think, oh my God, that was so easy. Well, that's how I feel whenever I get a piece of documentation or a website or anything that I can just go in and read just like everyone else. Now, I have an acquired sight loss. I only lost it 15 years ago and it's a deteriorating condition. So it's only been the last 12 months where I've been heavily reliant on voiceover and screen reader devices. So for me to find a website, I tell everyone, and we all do it. We all tell everyone when we get good service, and good service does include ensuring that the information you're providing is easy to understand, readable, simple to navigate, accessible. And that means just think about the way you're doing your information. There are standards out there in Australia that you can apply that means people everywhere, not just people like me, people that are hearing impaired, people with physical impairments, everyone can read the information and just enjoy being independent and get that mental boost. It is the most fun thing when you do it.
Yeah, you don't realize it. I mean, since, you know, now that we've been having all these conversations, Narelle,
Yeah.
I'm really starting to be very observant of things around and how accessible they are to everyone. And we're talking particularly here online, but, you know, offline as well. It does make a big deal. But, you know, I hadn't even thought about that cognitive impairment.
Yeah.
And I had one of my clients, she's got a video that they're putting up, and it sort of flicks one to the next. And feedback was, it's too quick.
Yeah.
Absolutely too quick. It was too quick for me to read, and it wasn't a lot of words on there, but it was, I don't want to have to feel rushed, and that it creates angst rather than, oh, look at that, read it and then turn the page.
Yeah, because what did you feel? Did you want to watch the video again, Janine, or did you say, oh, couldn't be bothered?
Well, that's what I said to her. People, the only way I watched it twice through, you know, because I was getting some feedback, but I said nobody else is going to watch it twice. It was,
and they might not have even finished watching it once.
No, and this is not derogatory to tradies, but I live and have birthed them, and I know that that's not their thing to go, oh, I've got to read things, you know, they just want to do things.
Yeah.
And her market was that.
But can I make a point?
But she realised it as well, because the people who created it hadn't.
Yeah. But have you thought that the tradie might also have a reading disability that they just don't tell you, or dyslexic? I heard a great story from a mutual friend of ours where she said to the tradie, oh, look, give me the bill now and I'll pay it. And he was really embarrassed because he was dyslexic. He couldn't do it. So, you know, it is, people don't tell you all the time.
No.
So it's, you know, that website gave me dignity and it gave me independence. And so, yeah, I danced. That was my exercise for the day because I've been working all day. I danced. My guide dog wasn't so keen, but she can get over it. She's used to me. But it's just the mental boost, independence, confidence, just that confidence factor.
Yeah. Yeah. I know when I'm teaching people to deliver their pitch, just deliver it as if you're talking to a 12-year-old. You don't need to make it complicated. It's not that people are dumb. You just want people to be able to understand it and repeat it, importantly. But be able to understand, you know, you don't need a fancy title because nobody cares. It's just, what do you do that's so explained easily and simply? Because you want everyone to be able to hear, understand, and recognize what you're talking about. So it's accessible.
Yeah, exactly.
And that saying, people don't want to know how much you know, they just want to know how much you care. And by making your content, your delivery, all of that, not dumbing it down as saying that people are dumb, but just making it understandable so that everybody can understand it. You don't need to make yourself come across sounding like you're some kind of professor or whatever else, because that's not going to win everybody anyway. So, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I guess whenever I design something, the idea is to make it as easy as possible. My design teacher, all the way back when, told me, good design you don't notice. It's just seamless. So if you can look at a document and get everything you need out of it just like that, then the design is there. And it's good.
Yeah.
Just don't know that it's designed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so important to recognize that not everyone is not everyone is you. So, you know, to Narelle, so that sight impairment, but you can listen to things and understand it very easily and clearly. but others may not.
That's
It's a
it.
different
I still
space.
pay the bills. You know, it's not my husband that pays the bills. I pay the bills.
Yeah. And I thought about, even if your language isn't English, you know, when you're talking about
Oh,
writing that
yeah.
invoice out,
Mm.
that's something that they may have to take home for someone else to do.
Yeah.
They're good at the task, but they
Mm.
can't, their English isn't good enough.
Mm. Yes. It's another communication barrier, bad English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that you celebrate it like that. Bit of AC/DC, Hakadaka.
I am an AC/DC mad fan. 1975 Jailbreak, best song out. Now that's showing my age. Sorry. You know, what can I say? 1980 Back in Black.
Yeah, that's a favourite of mine.
Yeah.
And okay, so that's, you know, that's such a great topic to make aware that there's the opportunity that people need to understand what you're doing, and everything's accessible, because it does feel like a celebration when you are gifted something that you can read, or you can see, or you can hear, and it's clear.
And I think the message is people just need to remember themselves how they feel when they can get in, get it done, and move on, because they can understand it, read it, everything else. And that's the same for everyone.
Yeah, most definitely. Such valuable information, Narelle. I always learn and always appreciate that learning. And what it does, it gives me food for thought as to what can I do better, or how can my website be better, how can my marketing be better, with that accessibility in mind.
Excellent.
Yeah.
My focus to these kind of things too.
Kate, can you just talk up a little bit louder? Sorry, couldn't hear that at all.
Sorry, I just wanted to also thank Narelle for bringing my awareness to these kind of things and allowing me to put that into my work, because it's invaluable. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm passionate about it. I'll just get off my soapbox now.
Oh, no, that's what we're here. Oh my gosh, that gives us opportunity for all of us to have a soapbox. It's
Does indeed.
Absolutely.
But it's so beneficial. Like each week when all of us share our different experience and expertise and on the different topics that we've all been going through, every single one of us, I mean, just amongst us four, every single one of us has been learning some really great tips and hints and some great things, things that we just may not have even thought about. So, I'm fairly sure that everybody who is going to be listening and watching our discussions, that, somebody's going to get something out of what we talk about.
And I'll leave you with this thought. The Kiss Unmasked album, 1980, that's a version of accessibility, isn't it, as well? Because we suddenly saw what they looked like. I'm sorry.
Awesome. But it's such important topics, as you said, Jan. We're learning from each other. I think one of the most important things, though, that I've tried to do after each conversation with something I've learned, is to take action. And that is such an important factor. It's not just hear the information, but take action on it. And the action I want everyone to take is to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please do that. Oh, what a segue. Join us next time for our next conversation, as we're talking celebration through March. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.